Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are diving with the machine learning project about this house sale prediction. This is the perfect project if you are at an initial stage and you don't know anything about the how to implement the first machine learning project, then this video is going to be perfect for you. Because in this video you are going to learn step by step each and everything from loading data set to or business understanding to how to deploy the model. I'm going to cover up all steps with the most easiest way, and after watching this video you will be able to do your own machine learning project. You can pick up any other regression problem and you can apply those methodologies which you are going to learn today with your data set too. If you found any problem, you can just drop a comment. And I really would like to know on which data set you are going to apply these strategies. So you can drop a comment about your data set too. So let me open my whiteboard. So first I will tell you what we are going to cover up and what data set we have. Okay. So here you go. Today we are going to do house sale prediction. Okay. Using machine learning Python. Okay. So this is the type of problem is regression. Okay. This is the type of problem which we are going to solve today. Okay. And it comes under supervised machine learning. The steps we are going to follow today. Steps we are going to follow today. Okay. So before moving ahead with the step, I will tell you which libraries I am going to use. I am going to use today your pandas, NumPy, that is for data manipulation, Seaborn, Matplotlib. This is for visualization. And we will also use a model libraries like linear regression because we are going to use the linear regression model today. Okay. And then we will also use a Streamlit tool for deployment. Okay. And the other library we are going to use here, JobLib. That is how to save model. You don't need to worry about it. It's a very easy. I will explain you in very easy way. And this is the this video is only for the students who are totally beginner and they want to learn and they want to build their first machine learning project. Okay. So the first step we are going to do, we will import libraries plus load the dataset. Okay. And then we will start exploring the data. Explore the dataset. Okay. So in this, we will cover up check missing values plus duplicate values. This is the standard check. Okay. It is a part of process. And then we are going to work on the how to check statistics of feature. Feature means you are given features in the data set, okay? And in the third step, we will find the top 10 or top n features which are highly correlated with target. Because we are not going to use all features actually. Okay. I will tell you the reason when I will show you the practical part. Okay. And then we will do the data visualization. Okay. And data transformation. Transformation is if there is any categorical value, we will convert it into numeric because your machine learning model does not understand the categorical features. And then we will build the model. Okay. And in the sixth step, we will save the model. Okay. And then we will deploy the model. So for deployment, we are going to use a Streamlit. Okay. We are going to use the Streamlit. So these are the steps we are going to follow today for your first machine learning project. And before that, at here, you will also first understand what is business understanding. Like in this, we cover up like what data set you have, what is the problem with the data set, what solution you are going to what solution you are going to give to the stakeholder. So this is all you are going to understand today. Believe me, if you are the beginner and you ignore this point before starting your practical implementation of the model, sometime you do the wrong like you are or follow the wrong steps because you don't have any clear understanding about the business problem you are going to solve. So this is a highly recommended you spend even a 2 hour, 3 hour or 4 day or a whole day to understand the problem, then start your analysis. Otherwise, your next, like the time you are going to spend on the analysis, this is going to be waste if you did not understand the problem at a deeper level, what you are going to solve. Students mainly skip this point. They just read the one line, uh, you need to predict this one, that's it. They don't try to understand about the features, they don't try to understand the relation, they don't talk to the domain expertise. If domain expertise is not there, then you can google about the features, right? You can understand the market value of your given data set and how they are related to your target. So just try to understand, explore it first completely. Okay. Then start with these steps. Okay. So this is the all about the steps we are going to follow today. Now let me open the practical notebook. Today I am going to pick up the data set as I told you, house sale price, right? This is the one. I have picked it up from the Kaggle. This is Ames housing dataset. And if you want to download, here I have shared the link to in the same notebook. Notebook link I will share. You can see here, this is the original Ames data that is being used for competition. They have also used for the competition Kaggle one. This is the advanced regression technique and predicting sale price. Okay. And this is a suit a beginner for apply model without worrying too much about the missing value. Okay, so we don't need to worry about it too much, but I will tell you how you can handle it and why we have used that methodology to handle the missing value. Okay, but here data dictionary is also important. Here you can see the columns. Okay, if we go down, there must be columns. Okay, so these are the columns. Okay, you have the ID, MS, your subclass. Here you have the this information MS zoning. These are the values you have in the zoning. This is a lot frontage. This is a lot area. This is the two type of lot area. This is a alley, lot shape. So you have actually 80 features in this. Okay, but you don't need to worry about it. Might be you are thinking this is a big data set. No. Okay, so this is fine because we are not going to use all features. And I will tell you, this is the most important and most beneficial data set at a beginner level when you start your first project in regression. Okay, so stay with me till the end of the video. So let me show you here. So our goal is to predict the house sale price. So what is this? This is the business problem, right? You have a one stakeholder. His business is related to real estate, and he has a like a many house sale like the list, maybe from the different area, maybe from the like the same city. So we have only the ends like housing only from the single city. Okay, so now he's asking you to build a model like to predict the price, what can be the price in future based on the given feature. So given features can, sorry, given features can be the plot area, number of garage, number of rooms, your how many, what is the level of the house, how old the house, these kind of the features. Okay, so now this is a type of the problem is regression because its target variable is continuous. Okay, if you don't know what is that like the regression and classification, you can watch my playlist uh, for the beginners get started with machine learning. Okay, I will share the link in the description box too. Okay, and then here the very first step is, first of all we will import the libraries. Okay, after the understanding of the business problem, now you have, you know, you have the house sale price data set. This is a regression problem. What I will recommend you here, if you are new to real estate domain, right, you are new to this one, you don't know anything about it, right, you can do one thing, just google it. Okay, about the features, what are the important features I should consider for the house sale price, something like that. I'm not saying you need to fit in your mind, but try to understand about the data set. If the like model is using any feature most of the time during the training, or maybe you might think number of rooms is really the most important feature which contribute lot in the house sale price, then you can think, right, as a layman, when you are going in the market to buy a house, you think two or three things, right? Area, is it new to like how old it is? Number three, number of rooms. Number four, is it near to like a school or any other social facilities or not? Right? These are the main core areas, like the points which is always in our mind when we are buying the house. Right? But here in real time, we never know which are most important and which feature the model is going to use. So when you see the, that's why data dictionary is important. Whenever you start understanding the about the business problem, just look at the dictionary. Just if you don't understand why they are using this feature, why this is important, just Google it. Okay. Now, so this was about the business understanding. Now we will start with the first project, that is import libraries. Okay, so here we will import the four libraries: pandas, numpy, matplotlib, and seaborn. Here I have set this pd.set option because we have the number of records very like the big, we have the big number of records. Here we can see we have a 1460 entries. So it was not showing me all data. So if you want to see the all rows without that dot 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 in between, then you can set this option. I will show you, okay, why I'm doing this. So you can set this option, but this is optional. Okay, and then import warnings if you don't want any extra warning when you are running the code, right? It frustrates us, it bothers us a lot, so I used to ignore them. Okay, second step, you will load the data set. Okay, so here is the data set. I'm using the Google Colab, so I have uploaded the train data set here. Okay, and then we will explore the data set. Okay, Here we will explore. Explore means we are not making any changes. We are just exploring it. How many features, how many columns, what are the different data type of the column. This is called exploration of the data set. We call it EDA2. Okay. Exploratory data analysis. Okay. And then we will make a copy of this data set here. Now you might be thinking why we are making the copy. We have the CSV file on our computer. Then why I need to make a copy? Because I want you to make your this habit. Today you are working with the simple CSV file. Tomorrow when you will become a data analyst or data scientist, you are not going to work simple with the CSV file. You are going to work in a real-time environment where you will like collect the data might be from different sources, maybe using the scrapping, maybe using merging the different CSV files, right? So unfortunately, you want to reload your original data set and something happened and you want to reload your data set, then you don't need to spend your time in collection of the data set. You have the copy of the original data set and then you just reload it. That's why I want to make you this habit. Always take a backup of your original data set. Okay, this is a good habit actually. And then we will use a head method. Head method is nothing. This is just the top five records you can see, okay, about your data set. It's nothing more than that. It's an inbuilt method. This is very easy. Like you do in the SQL, right? Like for example, if you have a one book, right? There are 10 chapters. If I'm asking you, can you tell me the first five chapters, right? So this is showing that thing. This is showing you the first five records, okay? So you can have a look at it. So you have a ID, MS subclass, MS zoning, lot, frontage, straight, alley. See, these are the dots actually. When I will print it in a column wise, I don't want these dots. I want my values. That's why I'm using this. So when you will set this option, it will display the all rows, which is in your record. Okay. So here, this is your target, the sale price of the house. This is a sale condition, sale type, year sold, your ammo sold, miscellaneous values, miscellaneous features, fans. So you can see here are a NA and 2. So what is that? This is the missing value. Okay. So you have a lot of missing values here. Okay. So you have a lot of missing values here. So we are going to handle it. NAN, the full form of the NAN is not a number. Okay. Sometime in your data set, your values are blank actually. Okay. That does not contain NAN. Sometimes they contain some like you can say the mix of the values. Okay. That is not showing any value. So you don't need to worry about that. If you want to handle those, if there is a value is blank, first you need to convert them into NAN. So your method and null value pandas will detect those and then you can handle it. Okay. Otherwise, you will always find NAN. But in real time, it might be possible you don't have any NAN. Some values are totally missing. Okay. In that case, remember, whenever we are using this NA method to check the missing value, it will not tell you about those missing value. Okay. It is a like trick. I'm just giving you the tips. Okay. Because you are a beginner. So you don't need to worry about it at right now too much, but just keep in your mind. Okay. And then we use the info method. Info method is very popular. This is you are looking at the records too. Here you will not able to see the records, but you will be able to understand how many total records you have, how many columns you have. Okay. So you have a 1460 records and 80 columns. Big data, right? I will say data set is a small, but your columns are very big. But at a beginner level, students are excited too with the too many features, but they are worried on the other side too, how they are going to handle. But I will solve your this problem today. What things you should keep in your mind when you have a lot of features. Okay. We will talk about only at the beginner level accordingly. Okay. Because if you really want to be understand at an intermediate or advanced level, first you understand that today the process. Otherwise, after doing this project, you can practice with your data set. If you have any problem, just drop a comment. with your notebook and dataset. And after doing that, you can follow my end-to-end machine learning projects. I have uploaded several projects, okay, with that my code file too. So you can watch that playlist. So here you have the ID. It is telling you you have an integer, object, and float. Okay. And you can see here there is a 91 values only, right? Rest of the data is missing. So info method is also giving you the information about the missing value. This is the beauty of your info method. I just love it. Okay. And then you can see here 588. So you can see more than 70% or 90% somewhere values are missing, right? So if you scroll down, you can see here are a few values missing, only 5%, 2%, right? And then here are other values too. This one 7, 281, 54, right? So there are so many missing values. Now you are thinking, if this is missing, this is object type, right? You will start thinking, I will handle it with the mode method, right? At a beginner level. This is very common, right? And if you see the missing value here, 91, this is also object, but there are a few columns who are an integer type. Let's see, let me find it here. Integer seems to be all okay, I think. Okay, so here you can see, yeah. So all our object are missing, okay? But when you see this missing value, just keep in your mind always. Don't decide right now you are going to handle all missing value. This is a wrong assumption. Don't follow this, okay? If you are a beginner, just fit in your mind. Don't follow that option. You need to handle all missing value. No, okay? I will tell you the tricks now, how you can decide, on what basis you can decide, okay? Now we will move ahead. First, describe method. This is another, you will able to see the basic statistics of numerical feature, only numerical. If you are not using here the parameter include is equals to all. If you do that, it will add the categorical feature to it. Will tell you about the here the mean value, minimum value, maximum value, and interquartile range too. Okay. Now you are thinking, why should I draw it? You can drop the ID because there is a no use. I'm at a beginner level, so I'm just showing you. Okay. Otherwise, you can drop the ID. Why? Number one, it will give you the idea of the outliers. Let's say if we look at the house years sold, 2007, this is the mean value, average value. So the maximum is 210. So this is not too far away from your that one, right? So there is a no outlier. Outlier means the values are very far away from your average value. Like if I give you very simple example, you are studying in the college, right? You got a, let's say 80 marks. In your class, there are 100 students. On an average, total score of the student on an average is 80. But there are one or two students whose score are 99. 99. Rest of the, like the 98 students got average scores 80, 70, 75, 79, something like that. But there are two students who are a topper. They got the like the total grade or score 99. So those two students are very far away from the average value, which is 80, right? From other students. So those two students are outlier actually. Okay. So this is the most simplest definition. Same with the feature. If the your feature mean average value is this, and this is the like your maximum value, then this is going to be outlier. Okay. And then shape method is you can use or you can ignore it. There is no harm. Just tells you the number of columns and features. Now we will start checking the missing value. This is step every student wait for this one. How to handle or check the missing value. Here we are using is NA method. It will tell you the all missing value. Look at this. LA has a 1369. This is more than 90%, right? And then 872 in this. Here is a 37, 37, many missing value we contain. But look at this data set. Too much. This is all missing value about these, right? Now you are thinking, should I handle it? If it is object type, you will use a mode method. If it is a numerical type, you will use a mean or median method. Okay. But if you want to learn it at a deeper level, which method use at what stage, you need to watch my missing list playlist. I have created the all type of the scenarios in that. Okay. But at a beginner level, I will say just focus on this only, build one more project and then go to watch that list. Okay. Here, now, the best way, when you found these kind of the data set is missing, the best way is use your this strategy. You just pick up the feature which contains less than 40% missing value. Here we have the spelling mistake. Sorry about that. Which contains less than 40% values, missing value. Okay. So this means I am not going to consider the features whose missing value is more than 40%. Okay. Because there is a no use. My model is going to learn nothing. And even if I try to evaluate, even if I try to handle this missing value, what is the use? I don't know. I all over total records are just check it. Over total records are 1460. And how many missing value we have here? 1406. On what basis I will fill the missing value? Because I don't have much records. It's not a good idea to handle these kind of the missing value. Okay. If more than 40% missing values exist, just first to talk to the domain expertise too. I'm not saying blindly drop them, but first talk with them too. And you can just find out the features which has the missing value missing more than 40%. Okay. Now we are picking the values which are like the missing value contains less than your 40%. Okay. This means we are considering the features where missing value is just 5%, 10%. Okay. Around that. So what you will do, you will pick up your data set is null. You will take the average and multiply by 104 to calculate the percentage. And then we are just sorting the value in the descending order. Okay. And then we will look at this. Poll QC 99% missing value. Miscellaneous feature 96. This is 93, 80, and so on. Look at this. So now for me, these pool QC miscellaneous feature fans and this, no use. I will straightforward drop them. I'm not going to drop the rows. We will drop these columns actually. Okay. Because we don't want to keep them. So now what we will do? Instead of dropping, I have only picked up the values now, which is like contain the missing value less than 40%. So for that, you will say missing percent less than equal to 40%. If there is any missing value above 40% in your given data set of any feature, it will not consider that. We are not dropping, we are keeping, we are only separating over useful features from the existing feature. If you want, you can drop them too. But I'm just picking it, sorry, up. So here we will keep them up and this is our clean data set now. Okay. And if you want to like look for it and you want to print it, right, with the percentage, you can copy and paste the same method and just print it here. It will show you. Okay. But these are the features are now with me. The features which is like a greater than 40% missing value, it is not included here now. Okay. Now we will start with the visualization data transforming and choose the top features. Now you will say, Nija, you have already choose the top features. I'm not talking about that top features. I'm going to talk about which are highly correlated with your target actually. Those are the top features. Okay. And we can check it using heat map or other way too. First, we will check the information again. This is ID. I think we should drop the ID because there is a no use of the ID column. Okay. Here, when we here it is showing right now, you have this one. This is showing the information because I have already ran the below one. We can run all again because the file was actually disconnected. Okay, so this is coming now. So first of all, what we will do, we can handle the now categorical data. Okay. So for that, what you will do? So what you will do? We will say here df underscore clean dot select underscore d types object. Object means I am only picking up the categorical data. Okay. Because numerical, we only need to standardize them. Okay. But for the object data type, you need to convert them into numeric. Okay. So that is very important. So that's why what we will do here. Here I have already deleted the ID because there is a no use. It is not going to make any contribution in your model building. So we will select the categorical columns first. Here I am printing the all unique values of the categorical value. I will tell you the reason why I am doing this. So I am printing the all unique values of all categorical value because I want to understand whether it is a ordinal or nominal, because your categorical object type feature in your any data set, they are divided into further two parts, nominal and ordinal. And you are thinking why you are so interested in that. We can just convert it using any method. No. Okay. If you have the ordinal data type, like which is in the order, like 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, then you should handle them and convert them into numeric using the label encoder. Okay. But if the any categorical feature is nominal, like you can see here, these are just the name, gate1, mod and SCV. And here this is also nominal, right? Here we can consider it, but it doesn't seems to be order 2. It is a unique value. So you can see all these are nominal. Mostly your all data is in the form of nominal. Okay. So if you have this kind of categorical data, then you can convert it using simple one hot encoder. Okay. Because there are many like the you can say contribution in model building of these conversions too. But how? First, I'm not going to explain this right now because it will be very advanced level topic for you right now. Just understand the top, like the level. Okay. If I give you the layman example, let's say you have the three things in your hand. Okay, three things in your hand. Out of these three things, the price are, let's say, $2, $3, $5, right? So you will not give too much importance, right? Because it's not too expensive, right? But you have another three things in your hand. Okay, and their price is $100, $500 and $1,000. So you will give the importance to them. Okay, so this is the difference in the conversion. So when you will convert your categorical feature into label encoder, it will convert into 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, something like that. How many categories you have, it depends. So your model think with the higher magnitude, like with the 8 or 9 value, it has a more importance. Okay, this is the reason. So your model might become biased in that case. And the second option, nominal, in that there are two values only, 0, 1, right? But it will create too many columns for your that one data set too, right? Because if there are 10 categories, let's say these are the more than 10 categories. If I'm going to apply the hot encoder or dummies one, get dummies, my encoder, it is going to create this much columns first. Your data like columns will increase, right? It will become more dense. But this is more safer than label encoder. At least it will not give the higher weightage to the any specific feature value. Okay, so this is the reason you need to think a lot. But if you want to learn it at a deeper level, you can watch my missing value playlist and EDA too. So you will understand at a deeper level. If you have any question, you can drop a comment. So for me, I'm just looking at it. You can also look at it if you want. Okay. So I did not see any ordinal or that one. If there are a one or might be two. But what I am going to do, I am going to convert my all categorical data into the using get dummies. What it will do? Get dummy is not is nothing but it will do like this. Let's say you have a one column color. Okay. So there is a red and green. Okay. And when you apply the get dummies, it will create a two columns here, red, green. So when red is true, it will say 1, otherwise 0. When green is true, it will say this. So this will happen with your all categories. That's it. Same with the one hot encoder. You can either apply get dummies. This is the inbuilt basic method. Otherwise, you can also use the one hot encoder for nominal categorical data. Okay. So this is the, like I will say, you need to keep in your mind these points. Okay. So we are doing drop first is equals to true means because when there is a no category will meet, it will create a one extra column with the 0. We don't need that, so we will drop them. Okay, this is going to drop that one because our data is going to like a very big, right? You can see here WD 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 values, right? Under the sale type. So you can think now it will create another 9 column plus 1 column for the default value. If not any category exists, it will say 0. So we are going to drop the 10th column actually. Okay. And then we will check the now correlation. Okay. So what we have done till so far, you have explored the data set. You have dropped the columns which contain the more than 40% missing value, mostly 90% missing value, right? 80, more than 85% missing value. And then we picked up the categorical column from that clean data, convert them into the numeric data. Now what you are going to do, you are going to check the most important features for your data set. Which features are strongly correlated with your target feature, either positive or negative way. Look at this. So we will declare a one variable correlation with the target, df underscore clean correlation sale price, and then we will print. Now look at this. It is telling you negative, positive, all relationship with the target. Okay. So we can rerun this. So here this is 0.084 like a related with the, this is very less, although it's a negative correlation. 34% is okay. 79% is very important, right? You can see. So this can be the most important feature for your model during training. Can you think about it, right? So this is 52% year built, in which year it, how old your house is, right? This is negative correlation. It is not too much involvement, right? So even out of this is I'm just exploring. If you want, you can also set some threshold value for these two, and you can pick up the only features which you want to use for your model. Okay, this is a optional. I'm not going to do that. This is just for your learning how you can pick up it up. Okay, we are just checking the correlation. Now we will get the top and positively or negatively correlated feature. Why I'm doing this? I'm not going to use this top feature for model building. This is only for your data visualization, because right now you have so many features. You might get confused using which feature I should do the visualization now. Might be you are just start showing the visualization with the years old, which is not too important, right? It is not strongly correlated with your target feature. So your stakeholder is not interested in these kind of the features. So what you will do, you can, before starting data visualization, you will collect the top n features. It can be 10, it can be 15, 20 choices your. So here top features dot index to list sale price. We will check the correlation with it and then print it and print the heat map. Look at this. This is only the top features. Okay, based on the relationship with the target. This is the one. Okay. So here we have chosen the top features. This is your target feature, overall ground living garage cars, this one, this one. You can see all are above than 50% correlated with your target. This is much more good, right? So instead of using this list, okay? So this is very important at a beginner level actually. This is, even in my time, I have faced these problems, right? So when I was transitioning my career into AI, nobody was there to guide me. So I'm sharing my experience, what problems I have faced. You don't face those problems. So follow this strategy. It is very good, and you can try with your another data set too. Okay. And then we are drawing the heat map. Now it is also showing you the heat map. You can see overall quality 79% with sale price. This is a heat map, very, very powerful. A darker red color is a highly positive correlated. Your purple darker is negative, highly correlated. Okay. So based on the colors, you can also like assume about the correlation of the feature with the target. Okay. So this is about that one. So till so far, what you have learned? You have learned very basic things, which is very important for your model building, right? Without any hassle, without thinking too much. It's very simple. Okay. And then here I'm just drawing the graph. Okay. For your more clarification. So I have picked up the top features. Okay. It can be more than 10 features. Okay. This is just your bar. So here sale price, this is the target. If you want to drop from here, the sale price, you can drop from here. Okay. So you don't need to use it for the to show here. Okay, because there is no use of sale price. We don't want that because we want to predict that. So you can drop here sale price. Okay, so we can run this one. So it is the list, so we need to convert it into that one first. Okay, so this is the list. We need to like make it, if call is not equals to sale price, we will remove it. We are not dropping it, we are just removing it because I don't want to show it here on my heat map too. Okay, so here it is showing you the result. Okay, and after that we can print the top n features. If you want, you can make a changes here. 15, 20 choices your. I'm going to print the top 10 which we have picked up from here. Okay, so here this is showing now this is the highly correlated with your target overall quality, ground living area, garage cars, garage area, and this one. Now you have the clear vision for what features you can show the visualization. I will show you the most common features visualization. If you want, you can draw the all. Choice is your according to your requirement. Okay, but this is the best way because mostly students stuck at this point like I need which graph should I draw and which feature I should use to draw my graph. Okay, I have a one more video on the data analysis step by step. You can also watch that video too. Okay, and here is the correlation coefficient score actually. This is 80%, right? More than that. And on the y-axis, this is all are the important features. Now, first graph we are drawing just to look at the sale price. So you can see the sale price of the house maximum between your 1 lakh to 2 lakh, right? This is a high like this one. But there are some houses whose records are, these are the outliers. Like some houses are above 5 lakh too. Like I gave you the example of about the scores of the student, right? Two students, 99 score. So these all are outliers. Okay. And then look at this is sale price versus ground living area because this is very important feature. So I have drawn the graph for this one to show the relationship between the two features. This is called bivariate analysis. Okay. This is univariate analysis. This is bivariate analysis too. And then look at this at the x-axis, we are showing the above ground living area. And this is the sale price. If the above ground living area is more than 5,000 square feet, its value is very high, right? Mostly the houses area between 1,000 to you can say 2,500 square feet. If they have the ground living area above this living area, right? Above ground living area, this much the square feet, then the price is between 1 lakh to 4 lakh, right? Then it is start increasing, but there are some value, more values lie between this range. So this is very useful information for your real estate stakeholders. Okay. And then there is a overall quality, because you can see here you have a most important feature. So we should show the visualization for this one. I'm using the box plot for this one. So the overall quality of the house is in the numbers, like 1 star, 2 star, 3 star. Okay. So here is the 10. This has the maximum sale price value. But the overall quality is, if between 1 to 3, we are considering it just the numbers, then the price is between 1 lakh to 2 lakh. Okay. But there are some outliers too. The box plot is, this is the line is median, and this is maximum value, this is minimum value. If any value below this one, this is negative value, below average the price of the house. Okay. Even the quality of the house is 10 out of 10, and here there is a outlier, price is very high. Okay. So it depends upon the, like, your data set. These are all are outliers, which is below this range. Interquartile range, which I showed you above in the describe box, this is that one. Okay. If you want to like understand it at a deeper level, you can watch my data visualization playlist. I have explained each and every graph, which graph you should draw using what kind of the features and what you can do with that one. Okay. And then we have the count of the houses per number of the bedrooms. This is just the short, like that one. The three number of bedrooms data set, you have a higher number of the count, 800 records. Although this is not important, just I have drawn it. Okay. So this was all about your basic exploratory transformation and data visualization. You can see easiest, right? Just we have dropped the columns which contain more than 90% missing value. We have only chose the value where missing value is less than 40% or equal to 40%. And then we convert the categorical into numerical using get dummies method. This is inbuilt pandas method. And then we pick up the top n features for the data visualization, then draw the visualization. Now here we go. Okay, our data is clean now because there is a no missing value, no nothing. I just forgot to tell you about the duplicate actually. Let me show you here. Sorry about that, because you need to check the duplicate too. This is important. Okay, I think I forgot to write that. Okay. So it will tell you the duplicate. So there is a no duplicate, you don't need to worry. But if there is a duplicate, you can drop them. There is a no use to keep the duplicates. Okay. Now I will come back to the model building. Here, we will come here. You need to import sklearn library. This is the library which is the most important library after learning Seaborn, Matplot, NumPy, and Pandas. This is machine learning library actually. sklearn is a package, model selection, import, train, and test split. So we can split the data set into two parts, train and test. And then linear model, linear regression model we are going to use because this is a regression problem, and matrices to evaluate your model, how good your model is working. Pre-processing to standard scaler. This is to scale your numerical data. Like you have seen, the price of the houses is also the difference, right? Most of the price range is between 100, your 100K to 400K, but there are some data points also lie which is between 500K to 700K. Okay, so units are very different. Sometimes units are different, square feet, inches, something like that. So we are going to standardize them. Okay, and then we will, for to split the data set, you need to create the X and Y variables. X from X, this is the independent features, which we are going to drop the target feature because we don't keep the target feature in the X feature, in the independent feature. And here we will save the target feature sale price in the Y. This will become now one dimensional. This is more than your one dimensional, right? Because there are so many features, right? Remember, the goal of the data set was to predict the sale price of the house. That is your target feature. So here is a target feature. But when you separate the like X, Y, from the X, you remove the target feature. This is a rule. Okay. And then we will scale them. We will scale fit transform onto the X because we want to standardize them. We will not standardize the Y because this is not recommended. And then we will split the data X squared y, test size is 0. 20% we will keep for testing. Random state is equals to 42. You can use any number actually. If you are interested why we are using 42, you can go with the Hitchcock's your article on Wikipedia. Okay, this is just the lucky number for them. Even if you use any other number, it will also work. We use it so whenever you will check the predicted values, it should not be changed every time, because otherwise it will pick up always the random values and you will always see the different output, which we don't want for the predicted one. Okay. And then we are declaring the linear regression model here, fit onto the X train, Y train. We never fit the data onto the test. Okay. Otherwise, there will be the data leakage. It is only fitted onto the training data. Okay. And then we will predict it. X test. Here we are doing the prediction. Now, if you want to print the value for the Y predict, so you can. Okay. So here we need to rerun this and then this. Oh, sorry, I forgot to add the D. Here you go. Okay. Now, if you don't use this one, these all values will be keep on changing. This is the reason we use this. Okay. This is evaluation method. This is important. This is a part of your process. Okay. Because you have followed the what steps you have followed till so far. So we can just do the recap. The first step you have followed business understanding, right? The second step you have followed collect data or load data, right? This is you have done. And then third step, you did the data exploration, right? In this, you did the data visualization and everything. And in fourth, you did the data cleaning when you are dropping the values, right? You can drop the values later on after visualization too. Choice is your. I don't want to use the all features. That's why I did it. Data transformation. And you also convert your numerical data, sorry, categorical data into numerical, right? Using get dummy. So this is step you followed here. Data cleaning. So we can name it data cleaning. So this is complete cycle actually, okay? Data cleaning. And after that, what you have done? Model building, right? Because your data is ready, your transformation is done, your missing value is handled. And now that this step is evaluation. This is a complete life cycle actually. Okay, here we go. And after that deployment come last step. Okay, which I am going to show you even today. Okay, so here this is a regression matrices actually. Mean squared error, you will pass the your original actual value or predicted value. And then RMSE, this is nothing, just the square root of MSC value. R2 is not a accuracy metric. No, it will check the variance of your data. How much your model was able to develop the relationship or train the model with the independent features. Okay, so this is the variance of the data. So now if you look at the values of this one, mean square value is this. Now you can see MSC is very tough to predict, right? It's a big value because it is just a square of your predicted value actually. Because we are predicting the house sale price. If there is a house sale price come up 75K or 7500K, you can imagine the square of that one, right? So larger the value of MSC means large errors. We want it very small value, okay? And root mean square is the square root of this one. So this is easy to understand because this is coming in the same unit of our sale price. So this is very easy, 50K. I can assume the average price. If I now want to calculate the average price of my training data, house sale target one, right? So I can compare with that one. If it is very far away, then Our model has many errors. Okay, if we go back here on the describe method, let's see. So here the average value of your sale price is 180K 921. Now you can assume RMSE value is 50K, very far away. So your model need a more good data analysis or evaluation methods. Okay, so this is the way. This is the way how we check. Okay, and then this is R squared. 66% your model was able to predict the values correctly. Okay, variance of the data, how it will work. Okay, variance of the data, how your model understand about the your data, variance of the data, build the like train the model. So higher the value of this one means good is your model, best is your model. If it is shows 90%, this means this is going to be the best. Okay. Okay, so this was the whole process actually. You do right now, my recommendation to all of you, don't think too much about why it's more errors, R squared is 66%, why it is not 90%. Don't worry about that. Okay, right now just try to understand if you have the data set at a beginner level, what steps you are going to follow and why. Just understand about it. You might contain the different, you might pick up the data set from different resource, right? You might have a different values. It's not mandatory you will get the same result. But if you understood the process, you understood the logic, which method I have used and why, then you can work with any data set. This is my recommendation for all of you. Okay. And now we will save the model. Now we are saving the model because I want to deploy it. You can save the model even when you want to work on it later on, and then you can use the same file, unload it, and you can start working. Okay, so this is the most important point too. For that we use a joblib. This is inbuilt library from your Python. Joblib instance.dump model, because my model name is only model, so that's why. Okay, so you need to pass the name whatever the model name of your data set or model. Okay, and then I am just giving the name of my file model.pkl. Okay, pkl. You also need to pickle. We also need to like save in the save format. And then x.columns to list. I'm saving all features too. Okay, and then we will print. If when you will run this code, you can see this is a small code. It will create these two files here. Now you can save these files anywhere in your system. That's it. Okay, but I have saved it in my local environment, so I can, what I can do, I can run it and deploy it using Streamlit. Okay, I will show you now what is a Streamlit. Here we go. Okay, so this is a Streamlit. You can click on that. Okay, I have already created my app on this. Okay, so that's why, but I will show you how you can create. But here, this is a very popular, like the platform you can deploy free if you're not using it. Like let's say you are selling something to someone or something, then you cannot use it, then you go with the pro. But if you want to use it for your learning, then you can publicly apps only, share your apps with the whole world, something like that. Okay, so this is for that one, easy to do that. They also have their own like the HTML too, so you don't need to work very hard for this. Okay, you can copy this link. I will also share this link in the description box too. Okay, okay, so before jumping on to this one, what we will do, I will show you the another file which I have prepared for deployment. Okay, this is a separate from my this file. Otherwise, it will print everything actually. Okay, so we will import the Streamlit as a ST. If it is not installed, then you can just install it by pip install Streamlit. Okay, you can write the this one code exclamation. You will not find it actually by default. You have to install it. Okay, Streamlit. That's it. Okay, and run it. So I will write it here if you later on you want to use it. Number two, This file should only contain the things what you want to show on your interface. So I will load the model because I have saved it, right? I am using the job lib again. There we were saving, here we are using the load method. Sorry, we are using the loading the features too. And then I have set the title house price prediction app because we are want to predict the house, and then enter the value of each feature. Now you can enter the value of each feature which you want to use, and you can make the prediction. Okay. And then here this is we are running the loop, taking the user input, and just you need to click the predict button and go. This is a just small piece of code, very easy. Okay, most simplest code. Okay, and now you can download this file, save here as a py, because in Streamlit ipynb file is not going to work out. You have to make it app script file .py. Install it, download it, keep it everything like these two files and this file at a one place. Okay, after that, now this is we have prepared the file just for the deployment. Now the deployment will start. This is the first step. If you don't have a GitHub profile, just create a GitHub profile, create a one repository. If you don't know how to create it, you can watch my GitHub portfolio playlist. Okay, so here I have created the house sale prediction. I made the readme, I didn't write it anything here. Okay, so these are my all files. This is a requirement text. In this you can write down the libraries which is required. Okay, I have written down the this one which the students might need to install, but this is fine. You can add all libraries, and this is your file. Which one? This one. Okay, and this is another. You can upload all files on the GitHub. Okay, this is your first step for your Streamlit, because we are going to connect over GitHub with the Streamlit now. I will show you now how to register. Look at this. So I have opened the Streamlit here. Continue with the Google. Let's say we are just doing this one. Here we go. Okay. So we will continue. I think something happened wrong. So we can just use this one. So here we go. Okay. So now it is like this one. Okay. So here, this is already, I think I have also the account with this one. So we need to fill the here password. Okay. So we can manage it. I don't remember will it work or not. Okay. So I need to pause it. Let me check my email for the code. Okay, just give me 1 second. So when you enter the details correctly, it will ask you to authorize a Streamlit. You need to do the authorization. Then it will open this one. Okay. When you open this one, you can create the app here like this. And then now you need to click here, deploy a public app from GitHub, because we have uploaded the file all on the GitHub. This is you can paste your here the list. Okay. But this is from my different like the your location. We have a this location. So you need to print like pick up this one, but by default it will show you. Okay, right now this account is different actually. So let's say this is the one, we will pick up this one. Okay, or maybe okay, and then this, and here we will pick up this one. So this way you need to choose the file name. Your file name will be the house sale prediction, and here is a branch of your GitHub, and this is the repository which you will build. Okay, but I will show you now on my another file. If we come here, I will close this one. So this is my one. Okay, I will click on that. Okay, here this is showing right now this one. Here we go. Okay. All right. So I will show you here again. Okay. I think that will make more sense to you. So we will click here. Okay. Look at this. It is showing my repository. If I click on that, it is showing me house sale prediction, which we have created here. Okay. So what we will do, we will choose this one, main branch. It is coming automatically. You don't need to type. Here my Streamlit file name is coming, which I have prepared from here, which I uploaded later on there, right? So here I'm using the two files inside this file. So I also need to keep this file along with this file too, because we need to load our model, right? Which we have saved. And then after doing this, you just need to click on deploy. Okay. So when you will click on the deploy, it will look like this. Although I have already created the app for this one, so it didn't take the time, but it will show you some circles with the O1, right? So don't worry about that. It will take few seconds and your model is ready. Now see, this is the deployment. Okay, very easy. And if you want to share it on your GitHub, on your resume, or anywhere you want to show to the employer, you can also do that. Okay. Now here you can choose the feature if you want. It has saved the all feature. Actually, if you want, you can drop them. If it is coming, I don't want to use the SD. What I will do, I will use this one. So I will pick up the here, let's say 12 records, and I will pick up this one, 12 records of this one. I have just picked up the this class overall one, or we can choose the year bit, whatever you like. Okay, this is just for testing because this is a long list of the features. So it will show you like this, and then you can predict. So it will show you the price here. Okay, so this is the way you can just picked up you can enter the number of values or records you want to use for sale conditional. I have picked up the one, or whatever you like. Okay, this is just for your testing. Okay, how you can deploy using the Streamlit. So this like the feature I have told you, what you how you like upload the files on the GitHub, and then you can deploy onto from the GitHub. You can connect it with the Streamlit and show the output here. This interface I have set up, but there is another way too. You can upload the CSV file too. Okay, so I will show you that method of deployment in my upcoming video. Okay. So whenever, or if you want me to make the video within this week, you can just drop a comment. Okay. I will definitely make it, but if you really want to learn, you are already done with this and you want me to make how you can upload the CSV and how you can predict the value. So I have a, I will build a video for that case too. So this is all online actually. The other way is also exist. How you can run the Streamlit on your local environment. How you can do that? You only need to keep your all these files. This one. Features, house sale price, model, and requirement text. If you don't keep the requirement text there, it's okay. And you only need these three files. So you need to keep these files where your Python is installed actually. Otherwise, it will ask you install all libraries. Okay. So I have kept it under my C drive, users, and where my all like the Python is installed, Anaconda is installed. So I have kept all those files under that one here. So I have made the here inside this one. Okay. So here I made my one folder, this one, and I kept all these files. Okay. And after that, what you can do, open the command prompt. Okay. And go inside the specific folder and run this command. Streamlit run the file name, the app file name. Okay. When you run this, it will show you the output on the local. See, this is the local host. Okay. That was the online. It is the local. Okay. So you can also choose the features here. You can select as you want. Okay. Like let's say you want to use the 2 records of this one. Okay. Although this is the very like the big one, right? Because we have a number of list in this, but I will definitely tell you about the other way too. Otherwise, you can reduce the features too. You can try at your end the top 10 features which we have selected. to build the model, and then you can do the comparison too. Okay, so I have selected the few features and I am going to click on that, and it is predicting the value. Okay, so this is just the process how you can prepare the file, right? And how you can prepare, save the file, model file, how you can keep the features file. Why we are keeping the features file? Because our output is just related to features. What features you want to use, how many records you want to use. You can just click on the plus button or minus button, you can choose. But there is another way, I'm again telling you, CSV. So if you want me to make a video on that, definitely just drop a comment. I will definitely make a video on that. I did not make it enough in this video because it will be the little advanced level for you. So might be it will like bother you a lot to set up the Streamlit using uploading the CSV file, because we need to match the features too which we have used during training, because we are by default we are not using all features because we handle and drop some features during the missing value, right? So we need to compare them. So this is the reason I didn't show you in this video. So you just be comfortable, understand the process, okay, and drop a comment. Definitely I will make a video on that, okay? And if you are new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe, hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to like the video and drop a like the topic if you on any project if you want me to make a video. Okay, I am happy to make a video on that topic. Okay, and thank you so much for watching this video. See you in the next video.